JFD, just fair and direct.
Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Anucauskas. Today is the 31st of July 2020. So yep, welcome everyone. Welcome to this last trading kind of session for this week, for this month as well. So yep, as always guys, before we jump into the charts, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimer. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Okay, so now then, just before we jump into the charts, quick mentioning of our JFD YouTube channel, to which you can always subscribe to in order not to miss any of our upcoming videos, and of course our JFD Bank website, and specifically our JFD research page, which we also update on a daily basis. So yep, feel free to visit us here on jfdbank.com and click on the research tab right there on the top. Now let's jump into the charts. Now the first one I want to quickly touch on here is the German DAX. Just a quick update on what's happening here. So this morning I was telling you guys that we will be having a nice opening gap here to the downside. However, it didn't really happen, and as you can see, this is where I'll have to admit, kind of, it didn't really work out as I was thinking. It will basically, the idea initially that we may see a further move lower here, but as you can see, the price is getting back above this the low of the 10th of July near the 10,417 zone. So basically for now, probably the main game plan for today will be just to wait and see how this is going to end today, because again, it's too difficult right now. I mean, on one hand it seems that it wants to retrace a little bit more. On the other hand, it's still not really strong enough to see maybe a stronger move back to the upside. So basically for now, still the my main scenario here is to the downside, but only from the very short-term perspective, because the index might get a hold up here somewhere near these EMAs, the 100 and the 200 EMAs, and then maybe we could see maybe a rebound back to the upside. However, for now we're seeing a move back above the 12,416 territory, so we'll keep an eye on it, and probably we'll just leave it for today, this one, and I'll pick up on this one on Monday, and just to kind of see how this could play out and where this is going to end. And of course we'll keep an eye on the cash index to see how that will get affected by today's US trading session. So now jumping into NASDAQ 100 now, with this one's a little bit more interesting, and looking at the picture here, you can see that yesterday NASDAQ went higher a little bit, closed slightly in the positive territory. However, after hours, after the index closed, we did get reports of a few major tech companies. So and those reports came out, earnings reports came out better, and well, I mean, that gave a boost for NASDAQ, and it's currently balancing near the 10,900, well, just slightly above that mark. So 10,000, slightly above the 10,900 mark. Basically, it is trading right now above this barrier right here, the 10,843 zone. Now, in the beginning of this week, I was telling you guys to keep an eye on this one, because if we get a nice push above it, then yep, we may see this one climbing towards this key area of resistance, basically near the all-time high around 11,069 zone. So and if you remember last week as well, at the end of last week, I was telling you guys that keep your eyes on this potential kind of idea of seeing a bit of a range here. So for now, it seems that this idea is working out nicely, and basically after the fact that the index kind of rebounded from this key support zone here, roughly around the 10,300 zone, maybe slightly above it, the index started pushing higher, and like I said, today, right now, we'll see a nice opening gap here to the upside, and the price will be also above this level that I was talking about, this 10,843 zone. So basically this increases the chances of a possible test either of the high of the 21st of July here, which is around the 11,017 mark, or the all-time high near the 11,069 level. So keep your eyes on those. Gold is, well, tried to make its way higher, and it did create a new all-time high here. And let me just capture this little peak. So that was the commodity here today hit the 1984 level, and as you can see, now it's drifting back down here. So basically for now, probably the best scenario here is to wait, because as you can see at the moment, the commodity is struggling to kind of move higher. Now, although yes, it did make a new all-time high, however, it quickly kind of got back here, retraced, and it's really kind of trading in the area where it was trading in the past couple of days here. So that's why I probably will take a bit of a pause here and wait for it either to pop above the 1984 zone, this newly established all-time high, or maybe a drop back below the 1944 zone, because if it drops lower here, then, well, I mean, we could see a bit of a correction here to the downside, and maybe then we could aim for this psychological 1900 level, or even towards this upside support line taken from the low of the 20th of March. So yeah, for now, like I said, the main game plan here is to again wait, and probably wait for next week. Now, jumping into Ethereum, just a quick update here. So Ethereum is moving nicely to the upside, so it managed to overcome this high here, the high of last week near the 334 mark, roughly around there. And you can see it did overcome that area yesterday, but today we're having a further continuation north. The next target here that I'm aiming for is the highest point of June here of 2019, not this year, but 2019. So, and that's roughly around the 363 mark. So approximately around there. So again, for now, everything's looking quite interesting here. So the crypto may continue pushing further north, but like I said, I'm not going to drag this one way too much to the upside. Initially, I'm just going to aim for this 363 mark. Now, in case this decides not to go to that level straight away, we may see maybe a bit of a correction here to the downside. But if the price continues to balance above this, the high of last week, near the, let me just actually quickly double check, is this the high of last week? This is the this is Monday's high, so do apologize for that. So basically in the Monday's high, so near the 334 zone. So if it gets a hold up somewhere around here, then yep, we may see another round of buying. The bulls could regroup and take charge again. But if it starts falling below the Monday high, well, I mean, maybe not all is good here with the buyers. However, to get maybe a little bit more excited about a potential kind of a larger correction to the downside, we would prefer to wait for a drop below the low of this week near the 306 zone. So approximately around there, a drop below this could open the door towards this upside support line taken from the low the 13th of March. Now, quick update on US dollar against the CHF. So I've talked about this one this morning, and like I said, just a quick update. So this level here, the lowest point of May of 2015, and let me just show you what I'm what I'm talking about here. So the lowest point of May of 2015 here today provided decent, continues to provide support, although we did have an overshoot here. That level is near the 0.9073, so we'll keep an eye on this one. We want to see how and where and will this daily candle remain above this barrier. If it does, then yep, we could see maybe a bit of a push higher here, especially if the pair starts climbing back above the March low, this March low, which is around the 0.9184 zone. If we get a push above that, then yep, we will aim for this downside line taken from the high of the 28th of May. Now jumping into GBPNZD, also just a quick update. So this morning I talked about this pair, and what I was saying that if we get another push above the 1.9638, then yes, we will start aiming for the 100-day EMA again, and maybe the 200-day EMA as well. But the more ideal target here is the high of 2nd of June, or in other words the highest point of June, near the psychological 2 zone. So very good potential target. You can see that the pair is accelerating here nicely right now, but basically for now we'll keep an eye on this level here, the 1.9638. We'll see how it performs here. If it stays above this level today, then yep, next week we could see higher levels being met. Now in case this pair suddenly starts dropping back below the 1.9638 territory, yes, we will kind of keep an eye on the 1.9475 territory here, because if we see a drop back below this, then maybe yep, we could consider a bit of a larger correction to the downside here. However, like I said, I will reevaluate this again if we see this one kind of drifting back down here. For now, everything's looking quite positive, and it seems that the pair will have a chance to test the 200-day EMA. Now, jumping into GBPUSD very quickly. So the quick update here. This morning I talked about this one, and basically the pair is aiming for the 1.32 level, which is the highest point of March of this year. So again, for now guys, we are aiming for this little area right here. I do understand we're not far from there already, so let's see if we can reach that area. If we cannot do it today, maybe something for Monday or maybe Tuesday for next week. So like I said, I'll pick up on this one again, but for now the main kind of idea here is to aim for the 1.32 zone. In case this fails to reach this level and then reverses earlier, well, of course we'll class this reversal to the downside kind of as a potential correction first, because let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So basically, as long as this pair continues to trade above this upside support line taken from the low of the 30th of June, yep, there is still a chance for the bulls to step in somewhere around here and drive the pair higher. But again, like I said, we're not far from this 1.32 level, so keep your eyes on that one. It could be quite an interesting one to watch. Quick update on EURJPY. So wonderful move here to the upside, a break of June high near which is around the 124.33 level. Such a move kind of is confirming right now a forthcoming higher high, and the next target that I'm going to be aiming here for is the 125.23 level, marked by the highest point of May 2019. So like I said, for now we're going to go step by step on this one. Of course, don't get me wrong, there are a bunch of levels that are looking quite even more interesting, like for example the highest point of April of 2019 here, roughly around the 126.80 zone. But let's go step by step on this one. First, let's aim for the 125.23 zone. So let's keep an eye on that one. jumping into actually not EURUSD but GBPCHF. Now this is what I wanted to quickly touch on. So here the situation is quite interesting as well, because look at this beautiful break here that we're having today of this downside resistance line taken from the high of the 13th of December. So in other words, the highest point of December 2019 is getting broken right now. The big question here is, will this pair stay above this downside line? If it does, then the next potential target here, of course, could be here. Let me just quickly put this one on the chart. The high of the 16th of June around the 1.203637 zone. But if that is just seen as a temporary obstacle here, then the next good area of resistance could be the highest point of June near the 1.2560 zone. So we'll round it up a little bit here. But again, if the pair remains above this downside line today, also in addition to that, if it remains above the kind of this previous highest point of July near the 1.1940, then yes, like I said, all good news for the buyers, and we could see this one pushing further north. And finally, EURUSD. So quick update here, and this is what I was talking about this morning. So after the pair managed to kind of hit this high here near the 1.1909 level, it drifted back down. As you can see, now the pair is correcting lower. But what I was saying today, that if we see a move back below the 1.1815 territory, then there is maybe a possibility to see a bit of a correction here to the downside. However, it will be quite interesting to see if we actually get something like that today. Maybe such a move could be left for next week. But again, the same idea remains in the one that I was mentioning this morning, that if we get a move back below the 1.1815 level, or even better, the 1.1725 territory, then yep, we will aim for a bit of a larger correction here to the downside. And the reason why I'm saying correction, because we would still be above this upside support line taken from the low of the 14th of May. So keep your eyes on that one. So guys, I really hope you found it useful, and thank you very much for watching and listening. So like I said, I'll pick up on some of these instruments next week on Monday, and yeah, we'll take it from there. But for now, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening, wonderful weekend, and yep, stay safe, and I'll see you on Monday. Thank you very much, and bye bye.